Here's an instructional video on how to create optical illusion number 2. Pick which 4x4 square, or maybe you're working with the additional option that I made. So maybe your section is quite wide. Maybe it's the center design here. That would be perfectly fine. Up to you. Choose your section, and the first thing that you want to do is you're going to divide it horizontally with a wavy line. So I'm just going to put a little dot on the left and a little dot on the right, and then I'm going to connect them with a wavy line. On that line, you want to put, depending on if you're working with the 4x4 square, maybe you want to choose odd numbers regardless, but maybe for this one I put 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you were working with the larger space, you could maybe have 7, 8, 9. Up to you, but I would probably get at least 4 or 5 lines minimum. So I have these little dots on this center line here, and that's just to mark my place. I'm not going to keep the dots. But from the top and the bottom, you want to connect with additional wavy lines and have it run through the dot. So I'm going to start up at the top here. I don't know if I quite want it to be that curvy. Another wavy line kind of. And the more waves you have, the more kind of bulging from the surface that you can achieve. If there's not a lot of space in between, like if I'm going to go add this line and I feel like I haven't given myself enough room, technically you can kind of take a curved or pointed area and kind of split that. So instead of marking this up here because it's going to be so small, I could just kind of start from there. That would be fine if I wanted to. And this just means this section here is going to be for this one. So I have curved lines running from the top to the bottom, and those little dots were just so to give me markers where I need to bring it in and out. From there, each of these sections is going to have cross contour lines, meaning, if we were to just think, if I was creating a stripe design on something that was flat, it would be like this, right? But if it's curved and rounded, instead of having it straight across, you could curve it kind of like a cylinder. Even the top here, curved down here, and it's going to create the illusion that it's rounded. So I need to do that here. Now this curve right here, I'm going to be consistent and have kind of these cross contours. Think of them as kind of like U shapes, rainbows, but the rounded shape above this is going to curve with it. Try and get it as curved as you can. And then everything below that is going to curve the other way. So it started out with more like a rainbow. Now it's kind of going like a U shape. So depending on that center point. So I'm going to have it go the opposite way and try and create as much curve as I can. Same thing on the next one. So above this line, it's going to curve this way. And I try and use some of those natural curves, like have that join right there instead of separating it. Or you could have it, you could put that there. That would work too if you wanted. But I usually try and keep them together. Or I could bring this out a little bit if I felt like it was too far. So I'm just kind of trying to curve with it. And then below this,